Welcome back to Tokyo OASIS podcast. Derek here has been telling us about how it was for him moving to Japan and starting over his life. In this next video, Derek will tell us about what it means to live big and the art of living. So can you tell me a bit more about this philosophy? What does it mean to live big?
So the art of living big is a philosophy that I came up with when I started my new YouTube channel 2 months ago. The idea behind the art of living big is if you are your most courageous self, most confident self, what would your life look like? And I feel like in order to reach that level of grasping and creating your life, to actually creating your dream life, you need to expand who you are as a person. And that is what I kind of defined as the art of living big. So it started off as my YouTube, but now I want to create that as a community here in Tokyo. I want to find like-minded people who are doing creative things, who are really in the driver's seat of their own life. Because I think that is how you create amazing experiences for yourself. That's how you're able to give value to other people. Other people can give value to you. Like even earlier when we were chatting, you want to introduce me to your friend,
I do, yes.
guitarist Steve. And that is the kind of energy that I want to be around. People who are sharing and open and looking to expand their life.
Wow, I'm feeling inspired. All right, and so how did you kind of come across this idea, or like what inspired you to come up with this concept?
Oh man, this is gonna get really deep. So I'm 36 right now. I feel like I'm at the halfway point of my life, and you realize that your life, we are just a link in the chain. There was someone before us, our parents were before us, there are people going to be after us. What you pass down, maybe if you have children, you're passing down your genes and your genetics and all that kind of stuff. But what I would like to pass down outside of my family would be just the optimism of how to create a wonderful life for yourself. I've been very lucky to have learned so much, and through learning these things, been able to give my friends, my mom, my just people that are close to me such amazing experiences. And it would make me so happy, and I know that it would make the world a better place if people thought like that, of how do I expand as a person? How do I create more experiences for myself and those who I love? And that's kind of what drove me to create this philosophy, this YouTube channel, and all that kind of good stuff.
Wow, so it's kind of just like spreading the goodness.
Yes.
Yeah, amazing. And so you also mentioned that you'd like to build a community in Tokyo that kind of embraces this concept as well. And why do you think that building this community of intentionality, I guess, is so important?
Building something like this is very important because at the end of the day, we are people. People connect with people. I have a belief that behind every person is like a doorway. Behind them are new experiences, new partnerships. They could be your future husband, future wife. Everything is behind a person. So the more people you can connect to, the more of life you can experience. And it's really as simple as that.
Right, it's kind of just opening doors to
opening doors,
world.
Exactly. Opening doors, and then it's like a web. You just keep going and going, and you see where you end up, and then you look back and you think, wow, I just moved to Tokyo 2 years ago, or I was just in high school a couple years ago. Like when you look back and you see all the doorways you navigated, I feel like that's what kind of creates a beautiful life.
Right, and it's the 1 in a million life, probably.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, all those doors. All right. So, especially for foreigners living in Tokyo, what kind of role do you think this community will have in their lives?
It would be amazing if a foreigner who decides to move to Tokyo moves here, and someone tells them, hey, I know it's going to be tough for you, but there's a community called The Art of Living Big. You should check them out. You should meet this guy, Derek, and your life will be a lot easier. And I feel like if I could kind of alleviate that kind of anxiety in the beginning for a foreigner moving here for the first time, that would be amazing.
Yeah, and I'm sure there are many people out there in Tokyo who would really benefit from that. I hear so many stories.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you hear many stories from people around you who are kind of seeking that community aspect?
I do. Like, in your opinion, you obviously speak fluent Japanese, but do you feel like there are some social aspects of Tokyo that make it hard to navigate?
I think that perhaps joining a group of Japanese people who are kind of already established in their community can be difficult at times. If they've known each other since high school, it's kind of difficult to kind of get involved into that specific friendship group. And in adulthood, perhaps people aren't so open to creating new friendship groups. So I think maybe that is something that even Japanese people actually would benefit from, opening doors and things like that. Yeah.
Right. From an outside perspective, there's definitely, it feels hard to get into certain things, to create certain conversations. It's just a different style of sociality over here.
Yeah.
So that's why I think starting something on your own is very important, so you don't have to wait for permission to join someone else's group or all those kind of things.
Right, waiting for the invitation
Exactly.
may not ever come. So
Exactly.
Definitely, I think that's very inspiring that you're creating those opportunities, especially for people who are looking for them and people who are about to come to Tokyo as well. So fantastic. Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Derek, for joining us today. Would you have any final thoughts, anything that you would like to tell anyone who's listening at home?
If you're thinking about moving to Tokyo, Tokyo is an absolutely amazing place. And I hope you give it a fair shot and come experience what Tokyo has to offer.
Thank you so much for joining us. Please like and subscribe to this channel, and you will also find Derek's Instagram in the description below. Please feel free to send him a message. Would you be comfortable with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, come say hi. And also, if you would ever like to join us here on Tokyo Oasis Podcast, please also send us a DM.